Welcome to my 3-tier web app application design web series, folks. Today we are going to see how you can do the lifecycle management of this whole application. In previous videos, we saw how to design the solution, how to enhance the security of it, and how to do logging and monitoring in the solution. So the final step of this process is setting up the lifecycle management of this whole application. So let us go ahead and see what are the different pieces that you need for doing this. So let us say you have writing the code, or you are packaged it, or you written your Swagger documentation that you can use it for your deployments. So that is your code. And what you do is you go ahead and fill in your serverless template. You might be using an Amazon SAML template, that is a serverless application model template, or you can use another framework like serverless or Zappa or Chalice, whichever is the framework that you are using on. Go ahead and use the template and package it and make it ready for deployment. Once you do this, the next step is going ahead and configuring it as a repository. So you need a repository. In this case, we are going to use Amazon S3 as my repository, and we'll have version control enabled, we'll have access control enabled, and we'll also be logging all the requests there. So we have created the code, we have created it into a template, and then we have the URI or the build artifact that can be deployed now. So my package is ready and it is ready for deployment. So how do I go ahead and deploy that? So one of the easiest methods that Amazon offers to do a deployment is CloudFormation. You might be using other third-party tools like, for example, Terraform, or you can have your own custom tool for deploying your code. So in my case, I'm going to choose CloudFormation as my deployment mechanism. I'm going to point it to the code or artifact that we have created, and CloudFormation is going to deploy all the resources that we need. For example, in this case, it is going to deploy the API gateway, and on the backend side, it is going to deploy the Amazon Lambda functions, and finally the RDS databases that is required to store the data that is generated by my end users. So that is how the deployment part of it. So once you have this whole cycle set up, then you will have a continuous integration and continuous deployment happening in your account. So for example, if you are using an IDE for developing your code, you can commit the code into your S3 buckets, and from your S3 buckets, you can trigger your event notifications, and through the event notification hooks to the CloudFormation templates, you can deploy your code directly into your environments. So that is how this solution is going to leverage CI/CD for a lifecycle management of this whole app. If you have better ways of doing it, go ahead and put them in the comment section. I'll be happy to learn up from you. Or if you think that you can, or you need more information from this solution, go ahead and put the same. I'll be happy to help them with you. Thanks for watching. Happy learning.